Have a seat for a second. Today we're going to cover the very last section of a kata that we've been working on called Pinan Shodan. What does Pinan Shodan mean in English, Kai?
Peaceful mind.
Peaceful mind. What number?
5.
No. No. No.
2.
No.
100.
Number what?
1.
Peaceful mind, number 1. We're starting with number 1. Did you know that Shodan, Pinan Shodan, the word Shodan means like first, the first one that you do. Do you know that we call somebody who gets their first black belt, their rank is Shodan, first degree. We use the same word. All right, to do Pinan Shodan today, we need to be good at a couple moves. Would you stand up with me? In fact, let's scooch back one line. Here's the first set of moves that we should be good at. Let's practice them from a horse stance. So we'll start at attention, then we'll come to ready position. Now the horse stance. Hey, yes! Try that again. Look at my hands. They go out as I step. Your turn. Hey, hands out when you step, and then pop them back. Bend those legs. If your legs are not bent, you're not doing a very good horse stance, right? You gotta be crouched, and this makes your legs real strong. All right, first, the hammer fist. Bring your hand up to your ear. Now you see how my little finger is up in the air? Now watch, I swing it down right in front of my belt knot. Here we go, go. Other hand, up to your ear, and now swing it down right in front of the belt knot. Hammer fist. Let's do another one, ready? And switch, boom. Switch, starts at the ear, ends in front of the belt knot. Switch, switch. All right, come back to ready position. The next move we have to be good at is a very unusual move. It's called a nuki te. Te means hand. Nuki means tip. Tip of the hand. Your fingertips. You're gonna do a punch with your fingertips. Now in the old days, they used to make their fingers really strong. They would toughen them up. Nowadays, we don't really do that very much. So if we were to do a nuki te and hit with our fingers, we'd probably break our fingers, right? But in the old days, they wouldn't break their fingers. They made it strong like the tip of a spear. Would you imagine getting hit with somebody's fingers if they're real strong? That would really hurt. Let's go back to the horse stance. Do you remember how to build it? Step out wide, bend your legs, hands out, and then pop them back. Good, Kai. Spread your feet farther apart. Yeah, that's good. Open one hand up. Shoot it, but leave your hand up and down like this. Thumb is on the top, little finger on the bottom. Switch. Boom. Switch. Now look at my thumb. My thumb hides out underneath. It does not stick up like this. It tucks inside the hand. Switch. 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 Okay, let's talk a little bit about history. Things that happened a long time ago. Martial arts didn't just show up. People have been working on martial arts and improving martial arts for hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years. Ever since people have been around, people have been trying to figure out better ways to do battle, right? Do you know when they first started martial arts, they started copying the characteristics and moves of animals that they watched. So in China, they would watch, and they started martial arts based on 5 different animals, and these are called the Kung Fu animals. There's 5 original, and nowadays there's more than 5. But they started out with 5. All right, what are the animals? Anybody have any guesses? What do you think, Connor? No, the panda was not one of the original 5. But you might have saw the movie, huh? You haven't seen the Kung Fu Panda? You have? Well, maybe some of the other animals, the original 5, might have been in the movie. What do you think? Yeah. The tiger was one of them. Do you know another one, Lily? The wolf? Good guess. The wolf was up there, but the wolf was not one of the original 5. Say it again. The crane. That's another one. The crane is the bird, right? It stands on one foot, got the long wings. So we got 2 of the 5. We got the crane and the tiger. Do you know another one? Good guess, but no, not the grasshopper. Yes. The snake was another one. So now we got 3. There's only 2 left. What do you think? No. Good guess, but not a bear. Do you have a guess? You are so close. We're going to call it correct. They say the leopard. The leopard, that makes 4 out of 5. So you have the tiger, the leopard, 2 cats, the crane and the snake, and then the last one is not a real animal, it's a make-believe animal. Does that help you? It comes from China. It's a famous make-believe animal that comes from China. And it breathes fire. The dragon. Yes. So those would be the 5 original animals that they created Kung Fu or martial arts from. Now, Kung Fu is really old, and so when people were creating other models of martial arts, they were always looking at Kung Fu and copying certain things that they liked. And so now when karate came along and they created and invented the art of karate, they copied a lot of the moves from Kung Fu. And today, we're going to do some of those moves based on the crane, because karate has a lot of crane Kung Fu influences. So the crane, stand up with me. If you were a crane, what might you do? You would have wings, right? So your fingertips would be the feathers, and then the wings would flap. Can you do that with me? It's like a hug, and then you extend and you give a little flap with the wings, and you come back, right? Now a crane is interesting because it likes to stand on 1 foot. Can you stand on 1 foot? Now watch what the crane likes to do. Sometimes we make our hand into the beak of the crane, and the head is up above the rest of the crane. So we're standing on 1 foot like a crane, we have a beak over our head, and this other hand would be the wing, and then sometimes it stands there and it wraps its wing around its body while it's standing there. And so this is one example of what we call a crane pose. Interesting. All right. Now in karate, we have another kind of crane pose that shares some of the characteristics. However, it's a little different. Let's do it together. Take your feet, touch them together on the floor. The toes touch and the heels touch. Take your feathers and bring your feathers up together. And then draw them up, 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 up. Once they cross your eyes where you can't see anything, you twist them open. And then you keep your elbows in, but you bring the feathers out. And this is a karate version of the crane pose. Remember how to do it? All right, toes touch. Your knees are just a little bit bent. You take your fingertips, you bring them together. You come up until you can't see. Then you twist your hands out. Hands separate, but elbows stay in. Yes. Right. Good. Let's bring your hands out a little farther. Can you do that? Yeah. Good, Thea. And then keep your elbows in front of you this way. And then your hands will be out in front of you a little bit too. All right, you ready? Let's do it again. Toes touch. Knees are soft. Fingertips together and twist. One more time. Ready? Go. Together and twist. Not bad. Okay, so now we're going to do some moves out of an old form called kata. And the kata actually has a name, and the name is called Pinan Shodan. Now, kids have been doing this for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and it involves karate moves, and it starts, at least the section we're going to do, starts with the crane pose. Do you remember how to do it? Feet touch, toes touch, knees are soft, fingertips are the feathers. They come together. As soon as they reach your eyes, we twist, and we begin the crane pose. Good. Thea, take your hands and twist them so you see the parts of your hands. Yeah. Okay, here's our next move. There's a bad guy who's there in the corner. So we look at the bad guy and we see what they're up to. And we go, that person's up to no good. So now watch what we're going to do. Take our left foot, this one, and we're going to step on the tips of our toes, and we crouch using what we call a cat stance. This one's a short cat stance. Now this hand comes over here and it builds the bottom of a table. Can you do that bottom of the table? And the other hand, this one, falls on top of the table. So we set the table. Once the table is set, Lily, do you know what we do? Drop the table. How did you just remember? So now watch how I drop mine. I keep my hands together and I go boom, and I drop it like an open-handed hammer fist right in front of my belt knot. First, crane pose. Next, we look and we do the short cat stance. Then we set the table, and once we set the table, we drop the table. Boom! Here we go. Crane pose, boom. Then, short cat stance and look. Set the table and drop the table. Bang, freeze. Don't move, stay right there. So here's our next move, you ready? The hand that's the bottom, this one, it's gonna tell me where I'm gonna shoot my bullet. So it's aiming. The other hand is my bullet and it goes into the gun. It loads into the gun. Did you see it? All right, Connor, you got the wrong hand as your bullet. That's right. And Elena, you got the wrong, here you go. All right, let's go back. This part gets tricky. Here we go, crane pose. Look, build a short cast stance, set the table. Then drop the table. Now we have to figure out which hand is the bullet. The hand that's the bullet is always gonna match the lead leg in the short cast stance. So that one goes back into the gun. And then the other hand tells it where to go. Very good. Okay, so now once this bullet's loaded, watch what we do. The leg that's in front, it has to stay in front. But it changes from short cast stance to a horse stance right to the corner, and then we shoot the bullet. And this looks like our spear hand that we were practicing. Can you match me? Looks pretty good. All right, go back, crane pose. Here we go. Look to the corner, short cast stance, set the table, and drop it. Load the bullet. This part's tricky. Which hand is the bullet? You got it. Leg that's in front has to stay in front, so slide it. And now, shoot the bullet. Now watch this. My back foot over here is gonna join my front foot. And now my other hand loads into the gun. And now this leg, my right leg, gets a chance to be in the front, and then I shoot my other hand as a bullet. Feet together, toes touch, crane pose, boom. Look, short cast stance. Set the table, drop it, boom. Load the bullet. Hit the right hand as the bullet, you got it? Slide your front foot forward and shoot the first shot. Now watch. This hand back here needs to become the next bullet. It's got to go into the gun, and when my feet touch, that one goes back. Now that foot continues on so that I look like this when I shoot the next shot. Yeah, now we match. Okay, now the other hand gets a turn to be the bullet. It's got to go to your hip, but it doesn't move to your hip until your feet touch, and then you load it. And then that foot that hasn't had a turn to be in the front gets a turn, and you shoot the final shot. There's more. Can you handle more? Is it too much? Maybe? Well, we'll give it a shot. Would you guys do the final move with me? So we're looking this way. Can you make your body look that way? Elena, go ahead and turn your body around. And then we shot this one as the bullet. You see? All right, here's the next part. It's going to be kind of familiar, so hopefully that'll help us. This leg that's in front, watch what it does. I take my leg, my lower leg, and I cross my feet together. But I've got tippy toes on that leg, do you see? Now with my feet in the same place, I begin turning myself towards the mirrors. And I keep turning, turning, turning until I see this corner. And now guess what I look like? Can you see? When I do the crisscross step and I freeze my feet, I just spin. Short cat stance. Do you see how I got this leg, the right leg in front? I'm gonna set the table. Watch this. What do you think we do after we set the table? Drop it! Which one's the bullet hand? The one that matches the front leg. So my right leg is in front, my right hand becomes the bullet. Load that bullet. Now which leg goes in front? The leg that's in front slides, and then I shoot the first shot. All right, what do you think is next? This hand needs to have a turn to shoot, but I can't load it into the gun until my feet touch. Then I can load it. Then I finish my step, and I shoot the final shot. All right, back to your ready position. This is hard. This is a hard part. First, crane pose. Boom. Second, Look, short cast stance, set the table. Drop the table. All right, bullet hand, loaded. Do you know which one it is? Let's inspect. Fira, you got it. Connor, you got it. Elena, switch your hands. You got it, Lily? All right, leg that's in front slides and we shoot it to the corner. Hey, Connor, somehow you got the wrong leg. Yeah, it's so tricky to keep that leg that's in front. Are you aiming to the corner? It looks like you're heading the wrong direction. So by Sandy, maybe you can point him in the right direction. All right, now we got to shoot one more shot. You ready? You can't load this one into the bullet until your feet touch. So I join my feet, load the bullet, finish the step, and I shoot it. Good, there. Put this leg all the way in front. So now you're going to face this way. Right there. Okay, now it's time to crisscross legs. The leg that's in front goes backwards, and then when my feet are here, I freeze and I spin towards the mirrors. And that aims me right at the camera. So now, somebody, Joseph, would you hang out with Connor? So now we have our right leg in the front. We build the table. Get ready to drop it. Ready, set, drop. Which one's the bullet hand? The one that matches the front leg. So load that hand. Elena, think about it. Yeah, you got it. Right leg that's in front stays in front. Shoot the first shot. Hey, Vera, shoot it this way. Other hand, no. Yep. All right, we got one more move. The final shot. Join your feet together. Load that final bullet. Finish the step and shoot it. Uh-oh. So now you got the wrong leg in front there. Yeah, there you go.